WFI. We're back at it again on another mighty Shabbat, where it's beautiful that the Most High brought us here together. People was able to make it through the week and endure all trials and tribulations and temptations. All right? The service lesson is recent events. We're going to touch on what's been going on in the world. Brothers don't know, a lot's been going on with Russia, China, Ukraine, France, ISIS so-called, even the Poland president, even with Puerto Rico. A lot of disruption and all hell been breaking loose, to be honest, throughout this world. I want to start with, of course, Psalms 133, verse 1.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Right, with 2 or 3 gathered in my name, then I'm in the midst of you. You can grab 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 16 and verse 13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men, and be strong.
It said be strong. And also, more importantly, or equally as important, watch. You have to watch what's going on. I mean, the same way you watch what's going on in your household, same way you watch your brothers and your sisters, same way you watch when you're driving to work, same way you watch, anything else in this world pertaining to your safety or whatever the case may be, you have to do the same thing when it comes to prophecy. You have to watch. If you don't, you'll be ignorant and you'll be caught out there and you won't know what's going on at all. With that being said, I want to begin with the so-called solar eclipse, or it is a solar eclipse, not so-called. All right. Now, a lot of talking going on around this solar eclipse. So we can get Ecclesiastes. Let's get Joel 2 and 27.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse number 27, and it reads, And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
Go ahead.
And my people shall never be ashamed. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth.
He will show what?
I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth.
So best believe a solar eclipse is a wonder in the earth. It's a wonder in the heavens. Right? A solar eclipse happens at just the right moment. The moon passes between the sun, I can't see, the sun and the what? In the earth. Right? Let's get this. Somebody read that.
Where you at, right here?
Yeah.
It says the solar eclipse occurs when the moon eclipses the sun. This means that the moon, as it orbits the earth, comes in between the sun and the earth, thereby blocking the sun and preventing any sunlight from reaching us.
That's right. You can get Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Best believe that this is a sign for a reason. And we're going to dive into why this is a sign and what it may foretell. You continue.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh.
Right.
A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
So real quick, here in Ecclesiastes, you read that there's a time and a place for everything. Laughter, sorrow, there's a time to reap, there's a time to sow. There's a time for everything. And the Lord knows that as well. That's why he said it. The classic in Genesis chapter 1. Right? With the sun and the moon, they were made for times and seasons.
Book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 14. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
So what sign, solar eclipse, or something that like this, of this magnitude mean, according to the scriptures? Let's go back to Joel 2:28, where we left off.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2, in verse number 30. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire, and pillars of smoke. And the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come.
That's right. Now, that's not to say every solar eclipse or solar eclipse is going to determine when the Lord comes back. Of course, that's not the case, because the Lord said, no man shall know that day nor an hour. Right? We know the day and the hour of when this eclipse may happen. Right? That doesn't equally mean we know the day and hour and when the Lord returns, but more so that this is a sign showing you, telling you that Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, is returning soon. You can't see this as a carnal thing or just solar eclipse. I mean, so what? No, you gotta see this and fear the Lord and examine yourself. The Lord's gonna give you signs. The same way you see a sign on your car and the dashboard signal, you got the tire thing, you got the check engine light. You know, there's signs for everything, for a purpose. So you can examine things and take a closer look. Let me get one more precept. You get Psalms 104 and 19. Psalm chapter 104, verse 19. And us as husbandmen of Yahweh Shai Shai means we have to take diligent care and watch.
The book of Psalms, chapter 104, and verse 19. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. Thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. The young lions roar after their prey, and seek their meat from God.
That's right. So the Most High gave us the sun and moon as tools not to be worshipped, but as tools to understand even agriculture, right? But also on a higher level on when he may return.
Quick point, I want to let me back off there real quick off Psalms 104 and 20. It says, thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. And men get referred to as beasts. And there's been a lot of talk going on when all this darkness do compass certain parts of the U.S. that a lot of crazy things supposed to, happen. They say gather food for about 2 weeks, fill up your tank. The National Guard supposed to be outside. Well, that's just Esau letting the beast stop, man. All right, the beast gonna come out, and when something drastic happen, don't marvel at it. The Lord just told us, the beast, they come out when it's nighttime. So as soon as this darkness do hit the earth, don't be surprised when drastic things start popping off and Esau start, doing this and doing that, or maybe a terrorist attack come. It don't matter. Let me get a quick precept. Let's get Sirach 43 and 6.
I made a point.
Go ahead.
And they even said that they closing down schools for this.
Yep, closing down schools. So it's like,
For the safety of the kids.
all of a sudden this great eclipse happened. Now all these great things got to go down, and now we got to take all these precautions and stuff like that. And the Lord just letting you know, it's gonna get dark and the beast gonna come out, right? Esau gonna come out, man. The heathen gonna come out, and that serpent gonna come out and start doing all type of madness. You got it.
Book of Sirach, chapter 43, and verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in a season, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world.
And a what?
And a sign of the world.
Right. So we look at these things as a sign. That's what the Lord. Well, that's one thing that the Lord made. It's a sign of the world. Like the brother brought out, really snap official, this when how should I come back off this, but it's a sign to let you know that these last days do draw nigh and nigh. It's a sign to let you know, look, this thing almost over with. Like the brother said, examine yourself, check your spirit, do what needs to be done before it's too late. Because the Lord made the moon and the sun and things of that nature as a sign and a declaration of the times. So you should know what time we're living in. When these great signs come about that the Lord is showing to the earth, you gotta know we in the end times, right? Go to Stanzas 9, I'll do one straight at verse 6. Make sure that's what I want.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 6.
Matter of fact, you can let me see. Yeah, you go with verse 2. Because once again, the sun and the moon, these things happen, these great wonders, it's all a sign. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 2. Or you want me to start at verse 1?
Yeah, you really can start at 1. I wasn't trying to be too long, but go ahead.
Verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
What the Lord said?
Measure thou the time diligently in itself.
So you want to measure. You want to pay attention. You can't necessarily calculate it down to the T, but the Lord gave us these signs so we can know what times we're living in, to know what type of time is approaching the earth in these last days. So you want to measure down the time diligently, right? Go ahead.
in itself, and when thou seest part of these signs pass, which I have told thee before,
So when you see part of these signs start to come to pass, go ahead.
then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Do what?
Which he shall begin to visit the world which he made.
So the Lord visiting the world in diverse manners. No, he not literally coming off his throne, coming down here and say hey to everybody, man. And he's showing signs of visiting the earth through these signs and through these wonders, through these great catastrophes, destructions, judgments that he about to shoot upon the earth. And he always gives us a sign to let us know. I mean, the Lord, he could use it. He could use a carnal thing like his creation, or the sun, the moon, the stars, whatever the case may be, the wind, and also he used his prophets as well to come prophesy these things before they even happen. But that was an issue that Israel had back then. They didn't want to listen to the prophets. The prophets tell them, via the word of the Lord, hey, look, blah, 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 blah is about to go down. A destruction is about to come. Hey, they didn't want to listen. Now the Lord, he even took it to the extent to show you via the sun and moon. So this not some, eclipse, like you already done said, you just throw it behind your back. Another eclipse in a regular day. No, it's deeper than that. Go ahead.
Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And those things are already happening in these last days. You got earthquakes going on. You got plenty of natural disasters. You got uproars, tumults of the people. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the beginning. So like it, from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, go
But
ahead.
like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end. An end is manifest.
The end is what?
The end is manifest.
So the Lord is showing you that the end is manifest, meaning it's going to be brought forth. It's going to come to light. And he's showing you this via these signs. Also, Brother already brought out in Joel 2, you got the blood moon. That's also a sign that lets you know, hey, look, hey, the Lord is return coming nigh. All right. Can't give you the pinpointed date, time, and hour, but the Lord on his way. Take heed, pay attention.
That's right.
Go ahead, you keep going on that.
Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have a plain beginnings.
Have what?
Have plain beginnings.
Have plain beginnings. I mean, if you got the ice out, this is plain. Right? Oh, eclipse going on? Okay, bet. All these things supposed to be happening. When is the eclipse going on? Okay, bet. Hey, the Most High doing this thing. All right? Hey, you got to get ready for these atrocities that about to come amongst the earth. The Lord just letting us know it's going to go down. Go ahead.
Have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
And what?
And signs.
See that? So it has endings and effects and signs. So it's just a sign of the end times. Straight up and down. And read verse 7 for little icing on the cake. You want to escape these things. If you have any bit of wisdom, you would take heed to these signs and do what's necessary to escape the destructions and atrocities that's going to come amongst the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved.
And everyone that shall be saved. Now, if somebody blowing this over their shoulder, you think they're going to be saved? Only clips over, carry on with life. Well, that person might not be saved because they're not taking heed to the signs that the Most High is giving us. When you see these things going on in the earth, all these recent events, even outside of this, you should kind of be like, oh, hey, man, it's getting real. It's getting real. Gotta start getting on my A. It's getting real. Go ahead.
And shall be able to escape by his works, by faith, whereby ye have believed.
See that? So you want to have faith and works in these last days to escape these judgments that the Most High is going to show up on the earth. And he's giving us signs right now. These are tokens. You got it.
God, I want to get an effect of this token, right? It says, this is the right one. Hold on, bear with me. Right, I looked up how does eclipse and pretty much moons, how do it, the signs of the sky, how do they affect animals? And in this case, animals have been known to exhibit erratic behavior, right? Erratic behavior during such cosmic events. According to the National Library of Medicine, the intrigue symptoms can range from anxiety, such as dogs howling, to a sudden desire for breeding. And again, we're bringing this out just because animals even behave in a certain way. Kind of it's a spirit on it. It's a spirit on the land, right? It was something else I was going to bring out. I can't really find it, but that's all right.
I had a quick point. With this, like the brother said, the effects that it has. I was looking at an article the other day, and Yeah, sure, it's Esau science and whatnot. That's cool, but you know, some things, you know, it really do be facts, and some stuff is a bunch of blah blah blah. But through the spirit, one of the effects that's supposed to take place on the earth from via this eclipse is like power outages and stuff. Now Esau, they can blame it on the sun, but they do it. You know, Esau very, he's a liar. Can't believe everything he say, but they do say via the sun, when this eclipse thing is going on, it kind of knock out the power grid or knock it off, it tamper with it, with the electromagnetic field, with all that deep stuff. I can't go that far. I'm not a scientist, all right. But I was just reading through it, and they say that's one of the things that happen via this eclipse. It could tamper with the power. It could tamper with the communication systems.
Yeah, they said some schools is gonna be closed.
Yeah, schools even gonna be closed.
Why are you expecting all hell to break loose? Because Esau, the elites, the prognosticators, they understand that this is for a sign, for a purpose.
Yeah. Let's see.
Esau get kind of scared, but we know what it means. It don't scare us. We got faith in the Lord. You said what?
Say our salvation driven.
Yeah, we know our salvation drive now. You see this, and we start smiling. We looking forward. So with that, we'll slowly move on. Well, let me bring out these last two precepts. Bring out 2nd Ezra chapter 4. You can bring out Mark 4 and 29.
Which one first?
Mark 4 and 29, touching on the topic of agriculture.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 29. But when the fruit is brought forth immediately, he putteth in the sickle, because the harvest is come.
Right. And on another level, that represents America. Right, the harvest is come. Right, America has fulfilled its wicked fruitful works. And so the Lord is coming back soon. You can bring that out in Revelation chapter 14, verse 14.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 14, and it reads, And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Right, the harvest of the earth is ripe. So us as husbandmen, we have to acknowledge what goes on in the skies, the wonders that are shown in the heavens as well, even on earth. There's one last thing I want to mention. They said it's going to travel through about 8 towns named Nineveh.
Yep.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Arizona, Texas.
So the Lord know what He's doing. If somebody can send that to me, I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Yep, 2024 eclipse in Jonah, Texas. Found it. I'm gonna pull it up. Someone had a precept?
Now, I had a point.
Okay, you got it.
According to history, you have a eclipse that happened when Jonah was telling Nineveh to repent. It's called the verse of God.
Yep.
And there literally was an eclipse happening when he was kind of getting on them according to historical studies. So something always major, usually happens when an eclipse happens. That's why the world looks at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Ninevites, I guess I should call them, they knew they say it was like according to their words, it was a spirit behind it. They knew like destruction was imminent when they saw the eclipse. On the verse of God.
See that? We'll pull that up in a second. You can bring out Jonah chapter 3.
Well, I'm flipping that.
All praises. 3 and 1.
It's the book of Jonah, chapter 3 and verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. So Jonah arose and went into Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was an exceeding great city of a 3 days' journey.
Well, hold on. Let's get a little bit of background to Nineveh. Go to Jonah chapter 1, verse 1.
It's the book of Jonah, chapter 1 and verse number 1. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for the wickedness is come up before me.
Right, the same way that the wickedness of America is up before the Most High's throne. He can smell it, he can see it, right? So you can go back to Jonah chapter 3, verse 1. So he was initially sent there, right, to prophesy against it and the downfall thereof. Go ahead.
Book of Jonah chapter 3 and verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah a second time, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. So Jonah arose and went into Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was an exceeding great city of a 3 days' journey. And Jonah began to enter into the city 8 days' journey, and he cried and said, Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth, from the greatest of them even to the least of them. For the word of the Lord came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him and covered him with sackcloth and sack and ashes.
So as we understand the story of Jonah is that the mercy of the Lord was shown and covered over Nineveh. However, that didn't completely disannul the destruction of Nineveh when you read Tobit, the 14th chapter and 15th verse. Hey, all praise. You get Tobit chapter 14, verse 15.
That's funny. I was thinking about this.
That's the spirit.
It's the book of Tobit, chapter 14, and verse number 13.
You want to get 8?
Yeah, can you go to 8 real quick?
Yep.
Because quick point, like you said, although they did get shewed mercy, hey, that destruction didn't go away. You know what I'm saying? So you know, Jake, don't start. The other nations, they can't be saved. Don't do that. Nope. They had a split second. They humbled down. They wasn't stiff neck. Okay, cool. And the destruction still came, man. Go ahead. You start at verse 8 real quick.
Book of Tobit, chapter 14, and verse 8. And now, my son, depart out of Nineveh.
What the Lord say?
Depart out of Nineveh.
One more time.
Depart out of Nineveh.
Hey, depart out of Nineveh. Didn't the Lord say, get out of Babylon? Flee from Babylon, man. It's the same thing. Babylon been getting shewed mercy a long time because they ain't destroyed yet. That's mercy within itself. Most time he ain't did them just yet. He brought catastrophes and world disasters, weather disasters, all that. But they ain't done yet. So they been getting mercy for quite some time. But that don't mean they gonna make it. The Lord told them, hey, look. He said, son, get out of Nineveh, all right? He told us, hey, look, y'all get out of Babylon in Revelation 18, man. Why? If ain't nothing gonna happen and they getting all this mercy and they can make it, well, why we gotta get out? See how that don't make sense? Go ahead.
And now, my son, depart out of Nineveh, because those things which the prophet Jonah spake surely shall come to pass.
Shall what?
Surely shall come to pass.
So he said, look, the death and destruction that was prophesied against him, it's gonna come to pass. Straight up and down. You got it. You go to 15.
I ain't got it.
And the brother pulled Nahum 2 and 8.
Ain't got Nahum 3 and 5 as well.
Nahum 2 and 8.
It's the book of Nahum, chapter 2 and verse 8. But Nineveh is of old like a pool of water, yet they shall flee away. Stand, stand, shall they cry, but none shall look back.
Like he read.
Take ye the spoil of silver, take the spoil of gold, but there is none end of the store, and glory out of all of the pleasant furniture. She is empty and void and waste, and the heart melteth, and the knees smite together, and much pain is in all loins, and the faces of them all gather blackness.
Go down to 13.
Where is the dwelling of the lions?
No, 13.
Verse 13. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots in the smoke, and the sword shall devour thy young lions, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall be no more heard.
So, yes, the Lord sent Jonah to tell them to repent, and they tried to repent for a moment. But then the Lord said, I'm going to destroy Nineveh. So, it was no way around it. Read real quick, Nahum 3 and 1 real quick.
Book of Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe unto the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
So, that is a bloody city. It's full of lies and robbery. So, it had to be destroyed.
You drop down to verse 5 real quick.
Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
What the Lord say?
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
So the Lord's still against them, right? Go ahead.
And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Right, so they're going to get put on Front Street, man. Right? And like the brother already went to verse 1, it meant this a bloody city. The only way for this place to be cleansed is by shedding the blood of the people that they destroyed this place to begin with, man, like it tell you in the law. So there's no way they can get off just because they got shoot mercy for a split second. All right, and then another reason too, you had Jake there as well. You had Jake there as well, so that's why the Lord said, "Look, get out of there, Jake. I'm about to throw this place down." Right? I mean, this place could have been destroyed, but the elect is somewhere out of these 50 states and scattered abroad. So the Lord not just gonna utterly overthrow the place just yet when it's elect that's still here.
Real quick, remember Israel went to slavery to Nineveh.
Yeah.
So I think that's primarily why the Lord was sending Jonah to Nineveh.
Oh, sorry.
Before the Lord hurry up and overthrow a place, he always get that chance for the elect to get up out of there. Right? I mean, look at Lot. Abraham was pleading. He said 50, 40, 30, 10, right? And the angel, you know what the angel told Lot? He said, look, I can't bust a damn move until you get up out of here, man. We got to go. I can't do nothing until look. So just like it's saying in Revelation 7:1, the destruction is being held back by the angels right now. That wind, man. Right? Because the elect gotta be reached from the earth. Straight up and down. So ain't too many things too many extremely catastrophic things gonna go down until the elect is sealed up out of here anyway. So all these wicked places getting true mercy right about now. Because the elect still gotta be sealed, the work still gotta be done, and the elect still gotta wake up, repent, and come up out of America, man. And all these places where they've been scattered. You got Shema.
God, I had a precept as well. Jeremiah 18, starting verse 7.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 18 and verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope the Lord is. Oh, Salaki, that was 17. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18 and verse 7. And at what instant I shall speak concerning a nation, and concerning a kingdom to pluck up and pull down and destroy it. Verse 8. If that nation against whom I have pronounced turn from their evil, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them.
See that? And the Lord, he said, look, I'll show him a little mercy. But let's be real. Did this place stop their wickedness? Not at all.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord said, well, look, if y'all ease it down, I'll show a little mercy. Cool. I won't even do nothing. All right. So Nineveh, Jonah 3, they humbled down, and then went right back to their folly and madness. So the Lord, he played chess, not checkers, man. Right? He said, look, go ahead. I'll give you this chance. And then they went right back to their folly, and they had to get destroyed, man. So the Lord, I'm read one more time and say, if that nation against whom I have pronounced turn from their evil, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them. But they ain't repent from it. Repent don't mean you just keep going back and keep playing, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You playing tic-tac-toe with your demons. No, man. Keep hopping around and say, hopscotch, man. You gotta make up your mind. You gonna stop or you not? And they ain't stop. They'll get Jake, they'll let you get off with a PPP loan. They'll give you $1,200, right? They'll ease that burden a little bit. And they gonna go right back to cracking the whip on you and destroying you utterly. Police brutalities. You name it, man. Destroying the water supply. All type of stuff going on.
That's right. You can get Amos chapter 4, verse 13.
There was 2 more verses on that.
Oh, you got it. Select.
Oh, I ain't, my bad.
Jeremiah chapter 18 and verse 9. And at one instant I shall speak concerning a nation, and concerning a kingdom to build and to plant it. If it do evil in my sight, that it obey not my voice, then I will repent of the good wherewith I said I will benefit them.
God, so the point is, we understand that with Israel, it's prophesied that we will repent of the evil that the Lord, said He would bring upon us, and we'll receive the good. Versus Babylon, we know that they're not going to repent of all those things, so that has to happen.
Yeah. It's plain.
That's right. Is more than that?
No, I just had a quick point.
No, you got it.
So when it says Nahum 3:1 to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departed not. Obviously, that's talking about the elect, and the precept I was going to go to was Isaiah 59 and 15, where it says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. A prey is someone that's like an outcast, those, who speak evil of you, right? We're reading on, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. So it's still no judgment, you know, because the prey who is us, the elect, you know, the 1/3 and
We're
144.
out of here
Yeah, we got to get out of here. You know, make haste, flee from Babylon.
before the Lord.
So that's why it says when you go down, woe into the bloody city. So, you know, I just want to make that quick point.
That's right. You can get 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 6.
Book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Right, you got WFI Indiana out there, right? Right now, shaking their hands towards Indiana, right? There's a lot of wickednesses going on over there. I gotta pull it up, right? LGBT rights in Indiana. It's just a little bit of the wickedness. This is great wickedness. It's wicked, right? But of course, you got a lot more dark, secret things happening in the high places. People in the U.S. state of Indiana enjoy most of the same rights as the non-LGBT people. Same-sex marriage has been legal in Indiana since October 6th, 2014, when the U.S. Supreme Court refused to consider an appeal in the case Baskin versus Bogan. See that?
They just allow them.
Yeah, they just they're allowing their hurtful works to just grow and to multiply. But it's all prophecy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Can you read 2 Ezra 15 and 6 again?
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
That's right. All right, we can move on. Right, to the next thing that's happening in the world. Pull it up over here. I don't know if brothers know or familiar with Moscow, where that is, but
Yep, that so-called terrorist attack.
that's right. It's in Russia.
Yep.
God can make God. Pull that up.
That's right. I was just watching.
Oh, that's what I'm getting there. You know, 18 and 20, the crime has gone up. They just increased.
that.
Let's get Genesis 18 and 20 real quick. Just to touch on this point real quick. You know, just overall, you know, the wickedness is constantly increasing. They're not really repenting of their evil for real. Go ahead.
Book of Genesis, chapter 18 and verse 20. And Yahweh said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great.
Is what?
Is great.
Is what?
Is great.
Go ahead.
And because their sin is very grievous.
Is what?
Is very grievous.
Right, so the cry is going up. They sin is grievous, man. Right? It's a stink. It's not a sweet savor before the Most High nostrils right now, man. It's a stink. You know, when they say that cry going up, hey, the wickedness is waxing greater and greater. Right? I mean, look, they just look what they're doing. They're not trying to simmer it down. No, the governor not opening up the Bible and saying, you know what, look, I just got cut. This really ain't right according to God. You know, nobody's saying none of this. The cry is getting greater and greater. The wickedness is increasing. The sin is becoming grievous. So that's why the Most High you gotta utterly punish this place, man. Because they don't want to stop. Right? They don't want to give up their wickedness, man. They don't want to stop. They don't want to truly repent. Right? Let me just preach that real quick. Let's see. Yeah, go to 2 Ezra 11 and go to 43. Get straight to the point. I won't be long.
40.
43. 2 Ezra 11, 40.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 11 and verse 43. Therefore, thy wrongful dealing is come up.
Thy what?
Thy wrongful dealing.
Hey, thy wrongful dealing. This is wrongful dealing. It's not righteous dealing, man. This is not what the Bible says. This is not what the Lord condones. Right? That's why the cry is going up, man. Go ahead.
Therefore, thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest.
And it made it all the way up to the Most High. So they say when the cry is going up, and look, that wrongful dealing, and it made it all the way up to the Most High now. All right? Now you in big trouble. So you could have kind of simmered it down, if you were repenting. But since they don't want to repent, they want to wax gross and gross. These people's heart is waxing gross and gross. All right? So now it didn't made it all the way up to the Most High. Go ahead.
And thy pride unto the mighty.
And thy what?
And thy pride unto the mighty.
And thy pride. It didn't made it all the way up to the Most High. Go ahead, verse 44.
The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and its abominations are fulfilled.
And that's why great death and destruction about to get ready to come upon this place, because their hurtful works is about to be fulfilled. Their abominable ways is about to be fulfilled. They about to reach that max height of wickedness. They're going to cap out, and then boom, the bombs got to drop.
Want to keep reading on that?
No, I won't be too honest.
Gone. right? That's right. Let's bring out the next bit of information that's coming out.
Look at that.
All right, so this is going on in Russia, Moscow. But first, I think it's more proper and fit to touch on what America said about Moscow about 2 weeks ago. And this guy, he's an Edomite. He's a low-level Edomite. He's just a spokesman. He don't know what's going on. They just gave him a script, pushed him out there, told him to put on some glasses, look smart, and read that. Read whatever he's about to read. Yeah, read that, peasant. Yeah, don't say nothing else. Just read your line and keep it pushing. We'll pay you some money, some big coins. He has no idea what's going on. He's very low level. So just keep that in mind as we read watch this.
Also seen, hopefully you saw our State Department put out a notice to all Americans in Moscow to avoid any large gathering concerts.
So I'm gonna play that again. What do you say?
You've also seen, hopefully you saw our State Department or embassy there put out a notice to all Americans in Moscow to avoid any large gathering concerts. Obviously, shop.
He said avoid any large gatherings, concerts, anything like that. He said this 2 weeks ago. He said avoid it.
Malls, anything like that, just for their own safety, they should stay put where they are and stay plugged into the State Department for any additional updates or information. I'm afraid that's really all I have on that. Now, when
Because that's what they told him to
Russia
say.
launched a
He
massive
said just say that and nothing else. That's why he don't got nothing else to say.
wave of lawsuits.
He can't go beyond what was given it to him. He's just a servant.
They probably told him what was gonna happen. He can't say that.
Yeah, you better not tell nobody will kill your family.
You're a good boy.
Yeah, be a good servant and do this. Do that which I say.
Saw our State Department or embassy
Now I got another video. Side by side. It's another Edomite. It might be the same one. He just took his glasses off.
Thank you.
Yeah, he just took his glasses off, I think.
He's serious.
They told him to take off glasses now.
Change the tie.
Yeah, change your tie. Look different.
Thank you. So question, did you guys have prior knowledge of this attack in Moscow?
So now it's speaking about the attack that happened like last night or the night before. That happened in Moscow.
Now, as we know about it.
U.S. Embassy had issued warning beforehand.
I'm not aware of any advanced knowledge that.
See that? Just a liar. Now we forgot about 100 precepts of Esau just being wicked with the tongue. I'm not aware of that. You just said it. You said it a few days ago. How don't you have knowledge? Why would you say avoid gatherings in Moscow out of all the countries, out of all the cities in Russia? Russia's pretty big.
Yeah.
But specifically avoid Moscow.
Moscow, they, whatever.
Gatherings in my-
That's the capital.
Yeah.
That's the capital of Russia.
Yeah.
They're talking about avoid it. They asked him what's going on. Kind of said something about it. He said, I don't know. But let's see what else he said.
Advanced knowledge that we had of this.
It's a little bit hard to hear some brothers may have to hold their tongue.
I'm not aware of any advanced knowledge that we had of this terrible attack.
March 8th, the embassy warns of imminent attack in Moscow by extremists.
Yeah, I think that, I'll let the State Department speak to that, but I don't think that was related to this specific attack.
Yeah, he got confounded. And then the reporter keeps pulling up dates, receipts. He said March 8th. You said this. I mean, he said, I can't really speak to that. You're in the White House. What do you mean you can't speak to that? You're in a so-called high position. You should be able to speak to that.
It's your job.
And why can't you speak
It's
to
your
it?
job.
On that, on this real quick, I posted this article the other day with
Thank you.
a screenshot of it. When this took place, Russia demanded U.S. that they tell them if they have any intel on what went down. That's via Putin himself. He literally said that, like, look, if y'all know anything, y'all got anything to do with this, let us know. These fools blamed it on ISIS.
ISIS took responsibility.
I got it up.
They blamed it on ISIS. ISIS took responsibility.
So it was a random attack.
ISIS took responsibility, right? And now, they kind of acted like, Putin really rocking with that.
Salakia too. They got videos of the people that was doing it. Like they captured the.
Yeah, I seen him.
I got that
He shot him in the corner, about 2, 3, 4 of them, right there in the corner, just gunned him straight down.
Now I can't, I got it all in my bookmarks and my likes on Twitter. I can't show them. I can't do it. they take down the channel,
Yeah.
and everything else.
It's bad. For
It's
business.
bad. It's cut off his ear with like a box cutter.
Ah.
It's getting real nasty.
This one, I think this
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah. They had like a huge AR and just stood right there. It was just taking them out, man.
So was it like was it like an infantry type of invasion? Or
I mean, well, let them tell you know ISIS takes full responsibility. ISIS did, you know, let them tell you.
They said somebody paid $500,000, and they said, you know, ISIS
Yep.
will take responsibility.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Yeah. And Putin, he told you, he said, look, if y'all got any intel, tell us. Putin said, he said, look, tell us. Now, I don't know if brothers remember, but you know when Barack was Barack Obama, when he was the president, he was feuding with ISIS. He was feuding with them, but they had the biggest issue that people had with Obama that they didn't like was he didn't completely so-called wipe them out.
Yeah.
He let them kind of still be in this thing. So now Barack name getting in a conversation now.
Yep.
They get mad at him.
That's right, Barack.
Why didn't you get rid of them?
That's right, Barack.
And now, you know, I seen another thing, you know, to watch it very heavily. They trying to say America back to let ISIS do that now, man. So it's a dirty game.
Kind of paid them off.
It's a dirty game.
Cold world.
So real quick, it's a lot of information. I just want to prove
Yeah, I wish I could
that
prove all
Esau did have knowledge. We have to prove all things. People may be watching. How do you know? It's just conspiracy. WFI is always on the conspiracies.
I mean,
Well, let's say, right, U.S. Embassy and consuls in Russia. Security alert, avoid large gatherings over the next 48 hours. Location, Moscow, Russia. The embassy is monitoring reports that extremists have imminent plans to target large gatherings in Moscow to include concerts. So this information was already known. So what else is going on?
See that?
I got it's the Russian Defense Ministry is reportedly planning. That's something else. We'll get to that later.
I got the doctor.
But I want to bring this out too from BRICS. Right, BRICS is an acronym for a few nations, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And it says, just in, White House says Ukraine was not involved in the terrorist attack in Moscow, Russia. But Russians, they don't believe that. You know, the brothers may know Putin, he came and made a press conference. And he said, death for death, eye for an eye. So it's getting bad. It's getting real nasty and it's getting ugly. It's not going to get pretty anytime soon.
And this factual right here, y'all you can go on Twitter and go on Wall Street Silver. You know, check that page out. So right after this happened, you know, maybe Russia, you know, they reacted kind of fast, you know, without knowledge or whatever. But this was Russia's retaliation after, you know, what happened. So Russian cruise missile strikes largest dam plus energy facilities in Ukraine. Over 1 million people cut off from power in Ukraine. The dam holds back almost 1 trillion gallons of water. Ukraine's largest dam hit, but no danger of breach yet. So right after this happened, they blew up their dam with one of the largest strikes since Ukraine been going against Russia, man. And it knocked out the energy facilities right after that. Even though, you know, kind of afterwards, after the Lord cracked down, they, you know, ISIS, they take the blame, cool. They didn't already blow up these people's energy thing, man. And the dam holding back 1 trillion gallons of water.
That's right. Was the brother about to say something? Gone.
This one too. And you can research this too. When ISIS they took responsibility of the Moscow terrorist attack, they asked, well, who did Trump say was the founder of the co-founder of ISIS? Lead back to Barack Obama.
Yep.
So it's a lot going on, and it definitely will make a climax point for World War III.
That's right. The Lord is stirring up the pot and he's heating up the water.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we bring this out as well.
You find all this on Twitter, all that good stuff.
Google. So this is CIA, Ukraine, ISIS. We will find who funded this and will punish you 100 times for each dead Russians. Now this is from so-called, Ukrainian or Russian whistleblower. He said what? Yeah, he got some decent information, right? That dude Dom will repair, right? But nevertheless, I mean, so they want blood. Russia wants blood. Let's be honest. And it's about like 80 deaths. Kids died, old men, women, children, everybody died. And the roof just collapsed. So they say. What's this? Russia is planning to launch a massive airstrike on U.S.-backed militants known as ISIS. So Russia isn't idiots. They're not dummies. They know. You don't think they got secret operatives and spies? They know who's behind ISIS.
Told y'all U.S.
Americans know. It was a conspiracy a few years ago, 2016. Obama, is he doing ISIS? No, it's a conspiracy. How can you prove that?
U.S. back.
Hey, U.S. back. So, Russia knows. In Syria is responding to Moscow's terror attack. Right? So, what else is going on? What's this? I mean, ISIS, Mossad, right? And, Russia, it's like Israel, and I gotta, say this carefully, they'll take it down. But Israel, right? Yasharallah, no, I don't say Yasharallah, but Israel, ISIS, and Esau in America, they're all in the same accord. Yep, you mind sending me that?
Crazy.
They're all in the same accord. Yep, it's the video where they was cutting off his ear, I think. Oh, I already got it, King. I'm not going to show it, but I don't think they cut it off in this video. But it says one of the detained terrorists who were killing people at the Crossing City Hall revealed during interrogation that he was contacted by a certain assistant preacher whom the militant had been following on social media. The detained individuals offered 500,000 rubles to kill as many people as possible. And it was caught at the Ukrainian border. Now, we can't speak their language, but, you can kind of righteously determine the words that they're speaking is not common. Huh? Oh.
Look at all the debris.
А кого получать? Что делать в корпусе? Что? Застрелил?
And they check Russia right now. It's 55 minutes ago. They got a whole that show. That's crazy.
And they doing stuff to him, right? They touching him.
Сколько денег? Где-то $500,000. $500,000 чего? $500,000. А кого получал?
Now again, nobody knows Ukrainian or Russian, but best believe they're interrogating him. See the soldiers, you can read the room. He looked beat up, It's not looking good. I don't want to play anymore because I think this may be the video where they cut off his ear. So, it's getting bad out here. Alright, let me pull this back real quick. Brother's got precepts, they can pull them out while I get this other information. Let me pull this out. Hey, even Hamas said, look, we sincerely do not condone what just happened in Russia. And they militant too. They like blowing stuff up. That's Ishmael. They said, what the hell?
So, again,
Sorry that this happened, Russia. He said, what?
Was it like rockets or was it like a military?
It was guns. And it must have been some type of explosives because the roof just fell down too.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of dead bodies under there.
Oh, I ain't know.
I sent you something through your
On text?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Alright.
I gotta follow you. Of the year?
Let's get the classic Joel 3:9 real quick.
I think that was like the picture.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
What the Lord say?
Prepare war.
One more time.
Prepare war.
And the Lord said prepare war, right? This is how you prepare war right here. You got essentially the opposition, right? And Ukraine, overall is the opposition. This is what you do to prepare a war. You do terrorist attacks on them, right? You another thing they've been heavy on doing is the sanctions, right? You sanction one another,
right? This is how.
Don't rewrite instructions for Greg.
This is how the Lord stirred up and prepared war. Because this gonna reach the next height. Because you want to know why? Putin. I just read the article too. You know, Putin. He's fully persuaded that Ukraine assisted with this. Right? So what this gonna do is this literally is gonna prepare a war on that next elite level. Because what's gonna happen essentially is, just speaking as a man, Russia is going to pulverize Ukraine on the next level. Just straight up and down. And then what is that gonna lead to? The more they pulverize Ukraine, the more France gonna hop in this thing. The more Germany is gonna hop in this thing. Then the more they hop in this thing, NATO full-fledged is gonna have to hop in this thing. NATO full-fledged hop in this thing, French soldiers start to die, German soldiers start to die, so on and so forth. Article 5 gotta be enacted. And this is all, we only in March, right? A couple months in 2024. Then let's not forget about Taiwan being surrounded by Chinese warplanes, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So the Lord is preparing war. This is how it stirs up. Like the brother said, hey, look, it's stirring up the pot, man. What they tell Elisha is definitely pot. All right? And they got to drink this cup, whether they like it or not, man. So the Lord is preparing war, man. Straight up and down. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords. And your proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Right? So this is going to draw all the men of war near. Right? The chief war that's going to break out is... The chief war that's going to break out, you know, at least, you know, start things off. You know, you already got these little wars going on. But then, you know, NATO going to hop into this thing full-fledged. You're going to have NATO versus Russia. Right? And then, like I said, America going to hop into this thing. It's going to be an all-out war. Then China, they say without a shadow of a doubt, we ready to back up Putin.
Yep. So
it's going to go down. This is how you prepare war. Preparing war is strategic. Right? You have to do things like this. You got it.
yeah. Hey, Cuba said they're ready to join BRICS. If you don't know Cuba and Russia's relationship, it's pretty like that. It was like this during the Cuban-Russian Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Right? So they got some good history behind them. And Cuba is not a big fan of America, if you didn't know already.
A lot of those is so concerning. Nah.
So, hey, Puerto Rico, they was burning the American flag the other day. Once Kamala Harris and Biden came over, they burned the American flag and said, what the hell are you doing here? Every time you come here, something bad happens. They had enough. So this is 1955, the attackers entered the Croxton City Hall and started shooting. They reached the auditorium, killing everyone in their way, and doused the chairs and gasoline, setting fire to them. The attackers left the venue by the main entrance, again shooting anyone that they could on their way out. At least 80 people were killed, some of them children, with over 100 injured.
And that death toll rising. It's about 140
And you're gonna
now.
hear madness and cries and screams. It's gonna sound like Jacob's Trouble. Now, this goes on for about 7 minutes. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. Well, yeah, see civilians, they recorded it. First eyewitnesses.
500,000 just not even live to receive it or enjoy it.
See that? Judgment happening. Alright. It says breaking. Police stopped Moscow attackers' gateway vehicle. It was stopped in Bryansk, region of Russia, 200 miles southwest of Moscow, as they were headed towards the border. So they had every man ready. All their troops and soldiers and militia.
Was that an airport? Or a mall?
That was a mall, I think. That was a mall.
That was great.
Super fresh.
X.
Okay, we just watched that one. Before I get that. Phone tripping. That's what I wanted earlier too. ISIS commander captured in Libya revealed to be Israeli Mossad agent. He said Israeli agent Ephraim Benjamin. Amalek.
Go, go.
He said, is that your real, for those who can't see, watching, it said, is that your real name? He said, yes. And what's your fake name in Libya? He said, Muhammad.
Abu.
He said, what's your ethnicity? Israeli. What's your religion? Jewish. What's your job? First brigade of the Mossad. Mossad is pretty much the CIA for Israel. When did you join the Mossad, the CIA? 2002. When did you come to Libya? 2012. So they got agents. We know that ISIS is nothing but Amalek. What's this? Look at this. Putin grants immunity from prosecution for criminal acts to his soldiers. Just hours after the video of Moscow Practice City Hall terrorist getting his ear cut off during interrogation goes viral. He said, I don't care. It is what it is. Those police, they good. They good in my eyes. Damn. Yeah. I mean, they're free from all charges.
They do whatever.
And this just happened in Russia about 50 minutes ago. It's all the people in Russia. Yeah, that's a lot of people, man. They sick.
They gonna tip right after.
Right, more than that.
Right? I'm like 100,000 people.
To the back.
That stretches from the west to the east to the south.
And if you know anything about the Russian people, when stuff like this happen, hey, they get busy.
Mm-hmm.
They take stuff like this very, very serious.
See, Americans go home and have a beer.
So
They,
hold on.
they don't like war. You feel me? They like, why we gotta go through this? Hey, but when they fellow citizens get so-called harmed, hey, they get on fire. They like, we don't care. They vexing Putin right now. That's why they protesting. Do something about it. Get back. That's the type of time that they on. They all for it. Once it get to that level, they don't care no more.
All right. Yeah, this ties into Russia too.
That's another big
Believe
deal.
it or not, French army prepares to send ground troops to Ukraine. Right, on Tuesday, French Army Chief Staff General Pierre Shield announced in a column published in Le Monde that France is ready to send troops to Ukraine to fight Russia.
Look at that.
Look at them sissies.
Damn, they kind of close.
Yeah, look at them sissies. See that?
Look at this. Both.
And they said his wife was a man.
Yeah, they did. Macron.
Yeah, Macron.
Emmanuel Macron.
Macron.
And I heard Teletubby right here really Jewish.
Yeah, he's Amalek. He's Amalek, and that's a noodle.
Somebody got
head.
snapped. Both.
So y'all see the connection for real? Yes.
However, the international situation evolves, the French people can be certain their soldiers will respond to the call. Shield declared to defend itself against the aggression and defend its interests. The French army is preparing for the most difficult fighting, letting the fact be known and shown. He added, he stressed that France can deploy 20,000 troops in 30 days. Shield did not explicitly mention the war in Ukraine, but there is no doubt as to what his target was. 3 weeks ago, Macron said he did not exclude sending European troops to Ukraine. Since then, Macron made off-record comments that he wants to send guys to the strategic port of Odessa in southern Ukraine, and that's where Russia is as well. These statements confirm that Macron and French Army Command intend to trample underfoot deep working-class opposition to war. Polls that came out after Macron threatened a ground intervention showed 68% of the French people and 80% of the Germans' opposition escalation. However, European imperialist powers are pressing forward, as in 1914 and 1939, along a path ending in total war. And if you wanna know about that, you gotta dive into World War II and World War One. But nevertheless, the main point that we wanna extract is that France is ready to go to war. Now, if you don't know anything about traitors or allies, we'll pull it up soon. We'll pull up in a second. Right? I just want to get a little bit more proof and information for that. They're ready to go to war. There might be a video. Pull up a video for it real quick. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, they were showing it in France too. They were showing it on their TV stations on how they're going to invade Ukraine, or go through Ukraine to invade Russia. And that's pretty much what we just read. Hold on, it said this too. A move that could lead to an official NATO military presence. Be ready within 30 days. Alright. Yeah, we pretty much read, we just read this. So let me pull up NATO. That's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And Russia is a part of it. Or it's like it, not Russia, but France is a part of it. I'm gonna pull out one other information too. Come back to me. Oh, Article 5, that's what I wanted. My brothers heard of Article 5? The North NATO's principal political decision of making body agreed that if it determined that the attack was directed from abroad against the United States, it will be regarded as an action covered by Article 5. Now let's read Article 5. It's only like a sentence. You mind reading it? I can't really see. This might be it. Oh, you got it on your phone? All right, you can read it off your phone.
This via Google.com, it says Article 5 provides that if a NATO ally is the victim of an armed attack, each and every other member of the alliance will consider this act of violence as an armed attack against all members and will take the actions it deems necessary to assist the allied attack. So basically, in layman's terms, if y'all harm one of the NATO members, they will deem whatever is necessary to protect them, which is all of them assembling together to fight them.
That's right. All the countries as blue as NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is pretty much damn near all of Europe, Canada, and other minor countries as well. You got some of the Netherlands, such as Leave Sweden.
Denmark.
You had another nation that just entered NATO. I can't recall them.
They yellow white.
Finland.
Finland, yeah.
Finland became the 31st member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization on Tuesday. So it's pretty much game versus game, right? NATO versus BRICS. See that? I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but you got anything real quick?
Yeah, let's get Revelation 16 and 14. Just show how the Lord operating in this thing, man.
Book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 14.
Yep.
For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty.
Right, so you got these spirits. The Lord is using these spirits to hop on these men to stir up war, to gather them together to the battle, right? That's how the Lord getting down. Now on the outside looking in, it may just seem like, typical war stuff, these guys. No, the Lord got spirits working on these men, having these certain events go down, which is going to lead to them fighting each other, destroying each other, blowing each other up for all out war. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel 38. Let's get Ezekiel 38. Like the brother going into the bricks, man. Right? Gog and Magog, which represents Russia now. Right? Took over Jaffa. Right? Go to you start at 5. This bricks alliance.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 5. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them.
With who?
With them.
And with Russia, man. Right? Ethiopia in there, Libya in there, right? Persia in there, they all on the side of Russia now. They not with NATO. Go ahead.
All of them with shield and helmet.
With shield and helmet. Protection, right? Shield and helmet. You only wear a shield and helmet when you're trying to fight, man. Right? Meaning, look, they getting buckled up and ready to rumble. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Gomer and all of his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters.
Right, or is in Russia, go ahead.
And all his bands and many people with thee.
Right, so this your BRICS alliance. Many people with thee. All the people that's in cahoots with Russia. Right? This their little setup right here, man. Right? And they all about ready to go against NATO and they peoples, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Right. Be thou a guard unto them, because Russia, they're the top guys over there. Right? But it's telling all of them prepared. Right? Prepare thyself, you and all your company, get assembled together. That's why China said, look, we don't go, we ready. That's part of Russia's company. Right? The military over there in Africa getting it together as well. Everybody getting it together. Everybody getting prepared to press the fat red button. Right? Because they know what's about to go down. So, hey, look, a NATO host getting stirred up and ready. You got the French right here. He said he got 20,000 troops in 30 days. What you want to do? Right? Then you got BRICS, Russia on them. And look, they getting it together. Right? You got China say, look, we don't go, we ready. After we don't go, we ready. What y'all trying to do? Right? So they all gathering their hosts together to the mighty battle, man. Right? You got it, King.
God.
You want to expound on
Oh
that?
yeah, you can expound on this part.
It's a Putin warns the West a Russia-NATO conflict is just one step from World War III. Right? He says it's one step away. One more move and it's going down. Right? And the Lord say, hey, the time is spent for the elect's sake, man. Right? And this thing cooking up fast and fast and fast. Right? And the quicker them nukes drop and the quicker brothers, sisters, and children, they start getting beat up about this thing, man. Right? Get what's the classic? Revelation I want to say 11 and 14. Let's see if that's what I want.
Let's say.
Alright, let's see if that's what I want. I believe so. Yeah. Being skillful with the word.
It's the book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 14.
Bring that up.
The second woe is past.
What the Lord say?
The second woe is past.
The second woe is past. We did World War II already. We did World War I already. Go ahead.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
The what?
The third woe cometh quickly.
And the third woe coming quickly, man. Right? And what did that man say? We one step away from World War III. And the third woe coming quickly, man. And it's on the rise. We just one step away. Right? A total world death, destruction, and great mourning, man. It's the only way. It's one step away. You're not about to play games with y'all. That's what they say. Right? And that's what Putin warned, man. Do something else. And it's going down. Right? So, and the Most High, he got these spirits cooking up on a high level. Swiftly, too, man. Right? They is not playing games with these people no more.
That's right.
Got another article.
You can wind down.
Let's get the class and wind down. Get a couple end time precepts. Matthew 24 and 6. Get a couple of these classics.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6.
All right.
And it reads, And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
What the Lord say?
And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Hey, that's that one step away from World War III. That's a rumor, right? That's hearing about war, right? And the Lord said, hey, look, in these last days, you're going to hear about wars, you're going to hear about rumors of wars, right? And these things are surely going to come to pass. It's not going to be a rumor too much longer, man. Right? Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
The Lord said, don't be troubled. See, we not troubled because we know that this is supposed to come to pass, right? We not gonna marvel at the signs and the times because we know these things is gonna happen. We know they have to happen. We know prophecy has to be fulfilled. That's just what it is in this thing. Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Hey, but the end not yet. Just not just yet. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation.
What's BRICS in NATO?
For nation shall rise against nation.
So you got nations rising against nations, man. Right? Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right, and not see war. You know, it get the war is like the popular kid in school, right? And this the big talk of the town. But you still got other things that's going on as well. It's a lot of pestilence and plagues going on in these last days. I'm talking about every single day. It's a new disease, a new sickness, a new 19 strain, right? Every single day. All these heart issues and stuff stemming from this shot and that shot. And this is, look, pestilence is going crazy. Plagues is going crazy, man. Right? That's what this thing is about, man. Right? You're going to have people dying via war. People dying via famine. People dying via pestilence and plagues, man. Right? I forgot what country it was, but I just seen an article on that the other day. So one of these countries, they starving, man. I forgot, I can't even remember which one it was. Well, Haiti is, they having food struggles too, but it wasn't Haiti.
It's the barbecue.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Cuba? It was yelling out. I forgot they was yelling out.
Yeah, you know it was Cuba. They was yelling out, yeah, they was yelling out for food, water, and something else. They said, man, feed us. All right, before we turn this place upside down. Right, so you got a lot of things going on in the earth right now. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes, but you gotta keep watch. Go ahead, keep reading on that. About shot.
For nation shall rise against nation,
Right.
and kingdom against kingdom.
Right.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right.
All these are the beginning of
The
sorrows.
Lord said these the beginning of sorrows, and there's one more current event aspect I want to touch on, which verse 9 is about to lead right into. Go ahead.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
And shall what?
And shall kill
And we
you.
got that fifth seal approaching, man. Right? And the Lord says straight up and down, some of y'all gonna get afflicted and die. You know, and then you can say that's mean. Why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta come off like that? I mean, y'all should say, look, and kill you. Okay, ain't no how you want. There's no nice way to put that. Some of y'all gonna get afflicted and y'all are going to die. That what the fifth seal based on, man. So we gotta gird up our loins on our end of the stick. Yeah, we know these things coming. So you know we not about to fret, but hey, we still gotta know. Hey, look, hey, it may be some of our time next, man. Dying righteously and boldly and courageously, hey, for the Most High and His Son, man. And it was something they was talking about. I just came across. I mean, not when he brought it out too. In the video that he did talking about them. If you part of any hate group, you know they'll freeze your bank account. But it was something even after that, like 2 days after that, something popped up. A current event popped up about them. They banning the Bible and
Oh, if you buy the Bible, they like everything.
yeah, that's what Nakman touched on. But it was something else after that. They going after certain types of people. You know, all these dang.
They call it like hate use or.
It's just so much, but they literally about to start cracking down and targeting people. Well, yeah, you classified it. That's usually what they classified it as, but they it was part of something else. But they finna start, cracking down on that. You know what I'm saying? They finna start cracking down on that next, right? Hey, that's chiefly, the service of the Lord, man. They finna start cracking down on all the so-called hate speech and conspiracy theorists and domestic terrorists, extreme terrorists, hate groups. They finna start cracking down on that pretty tough, man. You're gonna be a what they call it, enemy of the state or something like that.
Public enemy.
A public enemy, man. You say anything against these people, hey, your butt is grass, man. All right, that's what they saying, right? So the Lord said they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, man. So it don't. Jacob try to say, well, since they doing that, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go. Look, brother, it don't matter where you going, brother. The Lord said, look, all nations, because Jake scattered everywhere. So it don't matter where you be in France. And you gonna catch hell. You gonna catch this persecution, man. Right? Ain't no escaping it, right? It's no so-called dodging it, man. Right here.
I gotta appreciate it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish the thing which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
So the Lord said his word is gonna fulfill. It's gonna accomplish whatever I set forth for it to accomplish, straight up and down. Right? That's why you can't run from this thing, man. You cannot run. You can't hide.
Can't get away.
Let's get Matthew 26 and 41 as well. Get that class.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 46, and verse 41. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill.
26 and 41? Matthew 26 and 41?
Oh, 26.
26, 41. We flip there.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 41.
Read up.
Watch and pray.
What the Lord say?
Watch and pray.
One more time.
Watch and pray.
Hey, watch and pray. Right? That's what the Lord said. And you gotta watch all these things going on. You can't be negligent to watching. You know all the damn Psalm, right? All Revelation 1 all the way to the end of the book, right? But you're not looking at nothing. You're reading and understanding all this prophecy, but you gotta watch and see these prophecies fulfilled, man.
See that?
See these prophecies going on, the understanding that you're getting, the breakdown that you're getting, the in-depth breakdowns. Hold on, the Lord is displaying these things, man. Right? See, reading about it, getting the breakdown is one thing, but when you actually see these things start to pop off in the earth, that's a whole nother thing. And the Lord told you to watch and pray. So you gotta be praying. And we gotta beg for mercy on such a high level in these last days, man. I mean, look at all that's going on. You gotta watch and pray. You gotta pray for mercy, protection, faith. Want to be stocked up on faith? Because I mean, we don't have to be faith. These are scary times. The Lord said that in perilous times is coming amongst the earth. Perilous meaning dangerous, frightening, scary, crazy times, man. Right? So we got to beg for faith. We got to beg for mercy that the Lord shew his miraculous wonders upon us in our households. The Lord said, watch and pray. Go ahead.
That ye enter not into temptation.
That you don't enter into temptation. Because if you're not watching these things, you're not throwing up prayers, you're going to enter into temptation. What's that temptation? Going back into the world. Right? You kind of look at everybody having fun, clubbing, partying. You're going to be tempted to go back into that as if none of this is going on. Right? I mean, look at all this. We talk about war. Hey, but somewhere out there is Jake, a clubbing, trying to get a bag still. Trying to be the CEO, man. Right? Trying to rank up on the next level at the job. I'm dedicating the next 3 years to my life to being the chief executive officer. Brother, in the next 3 years, this place gonna be the fell apart. What do you mean? But Jake set his affections on high, man, to the wrong thing. Wanna know why? They're not watching and praying, so you automatically by default can be tempted to love and faith. Right? Go ahead.
That ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
And this flesh is weak. That's why you gotta tame this flesh to the best of your ability, man. Because the spirit indeed is willing, man. The spirit crying out each and every day, making intercession, man. The things you can't even utter, man. Right? Let's get 2 Ezra 15. Right? Let me get that real quick. Alright, you start at verse 8.
Book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit.
Right, so the Lord, he not about to keep, being long suffering with this wicked place, man. Right, and the Lord, he gonna touch this place, man. He already doing it, sign by sign, wonder by wonder. Right, so the Lord really finna turn up the flame in these last days, and he gonna judge this place, man. So that's why, man, we gotta flee up out of this thing, man. Go ahead.
Neither will I suffer them in those things, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Right, so the Lord finna cut all this wickedness off. Right, so going back to the world can't even be no option. Ain't nothing there. And everything that is there finna be destroyed. The Lord said, all right, I'm sick of the wickedness that they exercise. They didn't capped out, right? They didn't reach their limitation, man. Right? A wickedness overall is 99 for Babylon, man. A perfect wicked, man. Right? And the Lord said, it's not time for you to retire. Gotta get you up out of here, man. Right? Go ahead.
which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me.
What the Lord say?
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me.
The Lord said the innocent and righteous blood is crying to me, man. And cause we about to approach this fifth seal, man. Right? And the elect, and they deemed innocent and perfect in the eyes of the Most High. And iniquity never be imputed unto them, man. And they crying out, and we want this place to go down, man. We sign and crying because all the wicked, abominable things going on. They passing new wicked laws, right? Or this these secret societies freaking off in the woods and stuff, you know, I'm just put it like that. You know, all this darkness coming out, man. Right? And the righteous, they crying out. And then fifth seal coming, they start doing what they gonna do to us, and the righteous blood gonna be crying out like, hey, boy. Right? Go ahead.
The righteous and the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
What we doing?
The souls of the just complain continually.
I mean, we complaining continually, man. And we hate this place, man. Right? The brothers in Indiana, they vex beyond measure, man. They say, you know, the governor's egging it on. Yeah, let them do this. Let them do that. More freaking off. More lewdness. It's just not stopping. But it's getting to that point to where their wickedness is about to max out. And the Lord finna do something about it. He finna send judgments, punishments, death, and killings to the earth, man. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them.
What the Lord say?
I will surely avenge them.
Hey, but guess what? The Lord gonna avenge us, man. Right? And Hebrews 6 and 10. We're gonna get that reward, man. The Lord not unrighteous to forget our works, man. The Lord is gonna avenge us, man. And Esau not gonna get off forever, man. And some Jake, you know, they kind of lose hope, thinking ain't nothing gonna happen to Esau. Hey, they have to pay, man. Right? They gotta pay straight up and down. The Lord gonna avenge us. We not sighing and crying for nothing. We not in this truth for nothing. We not laboring for nothing. We not fighting demons, having tough weeks, enduring, trying to keep our head. I mean, we're not doing none of this for nothing. And we're gonna be avenged, man. Right? Straight up and down, man. Hey, that's why you can't lose sight of the vision. You gotta keep these promises running through your mind. Just like when you read Hebrews, the 11th chapter, it tell you, all these mighty men, they have faith, but none of them got the promise just yet, man. Right? But they all have faith and believe what? Hey, we're going to get these promises in due time. The Lord going to avenge us in due time. The Lord have care of his elect, man. So we can't lose sight or lose faith just because we ain't necessarily obtained these things yet, man. And the Lord going to get back for us. Go ahead.
That's right.
And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Right, so your blood not going to be shed in vain, man. The Lord said, I'm going to receive that. Don't worry about that. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
That's the fifth seal.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Right, and the servant is not greater than his master, man. Right, Isaiah 53, man. And Yahweh went through it. As fifth seal approach, we gotta have our minds and spirits stirred up on an elite, faithful level, man. And so we're gonna be led like a flock to the slaughter, man. Hey, you ever seen a flock of sheep get led to the slaughter? There's nothing they can do about it.
They don't even know what's going on.
They just die. It's die. That's it. Die. You know, for us, it's gonna be like that, man. And they kind of lock you up.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right? They kind of interrogate you, beat you, right? Punch you, spit on you, try to break you. Right, where the rest of your brothers at? Don't y'all call them Akim? Where is the Akim? Aren't you a watchman for Israel? Punch in the face. Punch in the nose. Where's watchman for Israel? Tell us now. Where are the rest of your Detroit brethren? And they gonna try to do all type of bogus stuff to us, man. But we can't get scared, right? We can't kind of drop the ball, man. We can't kind of say, it's such and such over there, right? Kind of betraying you, bro. You gotta go out bold. Hey, look, it's nothing, man. I don't know. All right? Do what you want to do to me, man. And they die boldly, courageously, and manfully for the Lord, man. Right? Get it over with, man. You gonna put me on the chopping block? Hey, man, chop, man. Go ahead, man. Do what must needs be done. Right? We led it like a flock to the slaughter, man. And you gotta stand bold and die righteously for this thing. And of course, all of us not gonna die. But if that's your lot, we gotta deal with it. Go ahead.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
So the Lord not even gonna suffer us too much longer to continually dwell in this place, man. We about to go home, man. Right? Every day that something else crazy pop off, that's prophecy related, and we know, look, we about to be ready to go home. Right? That's why we gotta keep our head up in this thing, man. Because look, our salvation draweth not. Our redemption draweth not, man. Go ahead.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
So the Lord said, look, man, with a mighty hand and stretched arm, look, man, I'm a smite Egypt and I'm gonna save y'all, man. Because you gotta think, hey, some of us gonna die, yeah, that's true. But some of us will get beamed up too.
That's right.
Right? And the Lord come in a miraculous fashion with the beautiful chariots, right? The track to be, hey, brothers getting up out of here. Brothers in their household, hey, look, they're going to that second word is gonna make it happen. And the Lord will not be weapons, man. Right? Straight up and down. And the Lord said, and I'm gonna destroy Egypt. Right? And these thermonuclear missiles, the World War III not gonna start up for nothing. It's to bring great death and destruction to this place, man. That's what needs to be done. This place gotta be burned to the ground like Antonio Peter, man. Right? And this time it's gonna be with fire. All right? It's a lot of wickedness that's been committed in this land. It gotta be purged out, man. All right, go ahead.
Egypt shall mourn.
What Babylon gonna do?
Egypt shall mourn.
And they gonna mourn. They already mourning. Look at the state that their economy in. They're mourning. They literally just avoided a government shutdown with 30 minutes left. Literally. They losing their mind. The economy crashing, man. Right? They losing money. They bazillion in debt. Right? Quadrillion, bazillion, million in debt, man. They got no money.
Never gonna get paid.
Right? And then the government is working. The government workers, they're working without pay right now. I just posted that on the Detroit page the other day, man. They're working without pay right now. How long do you think that's gonna last? Some people ain't even getting their taxes back yet, man. You want to know why? Because they just sent another 300 million package to Ukraine, man. So now, since they giving all their money away to them, now y'all gotta wait for y'all money that they take every 2 weeks, every week. Right? So it's getting tough out here, but the inflation is out the roof, man. Stove, man, gas, $3.50, man. $20 ain't getting the job done no more. You used to put $10 in your tank, 20. No, man.
It's $3.70.
Now it's $3.70. It's ridiculous, man. Right? Where's the gas?
Preposterous.
This is ridiculous. Hey, look, they're mourning right now. They're mourning right now. Hey, they falling just like old Rome. Hey, look, they got a damn civil war going on the inside. Government can't agree on nothing, right? They going extremely broke, right? They're mourning right now. They can't keep their head in the game. The dollar is losing value, right? China don't even care for all the money that y'all owe them. They just ready to kill y'all now. Mm-hmm. Y'all losing your status. Y'all not the top dogs of the earth no more, right?
They, just like how when Rome fell, everybody was distracted.
Everybody distracted, and that's one thing that this place is good for. They have what's coming up, the NBA.
March Madness, right now.
March, look, they got all their citizens distracted with all this bull crap.
The playoffs.
You know,
right.
The bracket they make for March Madness, everybody trying to make the money.
No.
They betting on it.
Yeah.
See, they bet on the bracket. So America's good for that, bro. They'll distract all of their citizens while they do the most devious, odious works in the dark, man. Right? While they had a whole planet distracted, man. Right? Go ahead, Ezekiel. So this place, America is mourning right now, man. Right? They going through it. Even their own citizens. We hate. They say they hate all the presidents that's possibly running up. They don't like the current one either. They say ain't no bills getting passed. We're not getting funding for this and for that. They mourning right now, man. And the Lord already prophesied these things, man. Right? And when you read Genesis, then they had a famine in Egypt, man. Right? And they had the famine in Egypt, man. They was starving out, man. And they losing food right now. Ain't Bill buying up the farms. Ain't or the crops getting burned down, but they did in Texas, man. They done burned up the chicken coop, man. Right?
Love chicken.
Bring it on, man. So this place is mourning right now, man. They going through it. Go ahead.
Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it.
Right, so the Lord said the foundation of this place is going to be smitten with plagues and punishments, man. And the foundation of economy is money. You ain't got no money. That's the what are you gonna do? How your economy gonna thrive? Right? What are they gonna do? So the Lord, see, that's what you gotta love about Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. He hit where it hurt. He's strategic. Like I said all the time. Most I play chess, not checkers, man. He don't have to play twinkle toes with you, man. He gonna hit you where it hurt. He said, look, crumble that economy like I did in ancient Rome, man. Bring division in the government structure, man. He gonna hit you where it hurt. He gonna cripple you from the inside on out. Right?
That's right.
Let me see what I want to get.
Every kingdom by itself shall not stand.
Yeah. You get let's go to first. Let's go 2 Peter. I believe that is. Let's go to 2 Peter real quick.
I'm already here.
Yeah, I want that class to get that right side.
10.
Let me see. Oh, my bad. I'm in first.
Probably verse 9.
My bad. 2 Peter 2, and that's where I want to start at.
3.
Is that what I'm looking for?
Third chapter is what you're looking for.
Third chapter. My bad. Salakia. Yeah, you can start at Dang, I ain't gonna lie. This whole thing is fire, bro.
Start at verse 9.
Sheesh. And you can start at verse 6. You start at verse 6.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 6.
All right.
Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
Right. So the Lord destroyed the ancient world, via the floods. Go ahead.
But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire.
Unto what?
Unto fire.
Unto what?
Unto fire.
Go ahead.
Against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
So the Lord said, look, hey, this go around, I'm holding back. He made the bow. He made the covenant in the 9th chapter. Like, I ain't gonna do about water no more. And Jake probably think that means something good. All he said was, I ain't using water. He didn't say I'm gonna be destroyed. He said, I'm just not gonna use water this time. He take you all the way down to 2 Peter 3, and he said, look, guess what's coming? Fire. Ain't gonna burn. Because you gotta think about it. The classic 1 John 5, I believe that's about 8 on down. Fire and water, they cleanse the ages, man. Hey, water can cleanse and fire can cleanse. So the Lord just gonna cleanse this place with fire this time. He gonna burn all the wickedness, man. That's the only difference, man. Why? Because he gonna bring judgment to ungodly men. Right? So, hey, you got a lot of ungodliness going on in these last days. And look, this place gonna be destroyed via thermonuclear fire.
Right.
Right?
All right. Bring out Matthew, close out with this. It's Matthew 24 and 44. So you said verse 43.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 43.
Like 42.
42. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief will come, he would have watched, and when I have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man coming. Who then is...
Real quick, you gotta have a plan of action. You have to have your affairs in order when you know that the Most High is coming back. In the same way, you have affairs in order or procedures set up if someone were to break into your house. Right? In other words, you're prepared.
Yeah.
You're ready and you expect the worst.
Yeah.
Some brothers may have a knife under their bed, or a sword in their closet, wherever it may be in your house. You have set precautions set up in case someone were to invade.
Exactly.
So how much more you building up your spiritual house?
Yeah.
It's like, your household, your own spirit,
Yeah.
reading, studying. How much more you when your house shall returns? Because he's going to require it.
Yeah.
He's going to see what's going on in your house, how your spirit is. He's going to want to know what spirit you were moving in while he was away.
So right, 27-3.
That's right. So you got to examine yourself in these last days and search yourself out and look at yourself under a magnifying glass. So with that, we're going to bid Israel shalom. Lord willing, Israel's been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Kwame Israel.
Kwame Israel.
Kwame Israel.
Kwame Israel.
Kwame Israel.